setting new standards in podcast excellence. You have joined the WBT, fully focused on business and taxes. Here is your host, Michael Lodge.
And welcome to the WBT. I'm glad that you're here. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, good lunchtime, whatever the time of day that you're listening to me, wherever you are in this big old world of ours. So our conversation today is going to be about recession-proofing your business. I'll be right back.
This is brought to you by Lodge & Co., a business and tax advisory firm where your success is our goal. Call us today toll-free at 888-681-1518 or visit us at www.lodge-co.com and learn more about what we can do for you. Lodge & Co., your source for sound business and tax services.
Okay, I'm back. I had to run during that commercial and get my cup of coffee that I had left on my counter in the kitchen. I had forgotten to bring it into my office when I started this podcast this morning. It's a really tough day when you forget your coffee. You need that coffee in the morning. I love it. Gets me going. Something I look forward to after a really good night's sleep. So the economy right now is really good. Unemployment is at the lowest it has been in many years. And we're seeing a good, robust economy where consumer confidence is up, corporate spending is up, hiring is up. So we have a lot of good things going on. Now, there are a lot of doomsayers out there who are saying, oh my gosh, we're going to go into a recession. I don't see that happening for a while. I really don't. I think that if we have this upward momentum, where we feel that the government is trying to cut down on our taxes, and we feel that right now is the best time to buy anything. The only issue that we have is real estate in California and New York is still out of reach for everybody. So you've got two states there that are way bonkers, that their economy is going to be hit much faster than the rest of the United States. It's always been that way. California and New York have always been the first states to go in any type of recession. Unfortunately, we really can't measure that by history anymore, because now we have governments in place in these two states, in California and in New York, that are socialist leaning. And so they are chasing business out of the state. They're chasing citizens out of their state. So they are being hit with a forced recession. And you're going to see some things in the news about California and how bad it's done. In fact, it's already been in the news, and I've done some podcasts on how businesses are being hurt really bad because of the socialist management style of these cities, San Francisco, Los Angeles, and New York. They're being hit. So they're moving out. So those states are going to be hit with a forced recession only because of their stupidity. And it's their own fault. So don't feel sorry for California and New York when you see that things are going bad. But in the rest of the nation, I think that, here in Florida, yeah, our real estate's been flat. Here in Palm Beach, it's been flat. It hasn't gone up or gone down. It's been really flat, which is okay. That's fine. But people have jobs. People are working. People are investing more. People are putting money into their 401k plans. Their 401k plans are growing. So we have good possibilities of sustained growth here for a little bit of time, for quite a while. Unless, and here's the big unless, if Democrats get in, they have already stated what they want to do. They want to raise our taxes. They want to give free stuff to people. So you're going to see business again retract. And the Obama administration, what we saw was that companies went on hold because they didn't know what was going to happen. So they didn't hire, they didn't buy any new equipment, they didn't invest into their plants, they just put everything on hold because they did not know what Obama was going to do to them next. And I think that once the Democrats get power, if they keep the Congress and there's nothing being done, and if you see a presidential Democrat would win, you will see again companies are going to be put on hold because they have no confidence in the way that the Democrats manage the economy, because they don't believe in the economy. They believe in not big business, but in big government, and they want to hit hard all of big business and small business. So you're going to see the confidence of Americans pull back if Democrats regain power. And I don't think we want to see that. I think if we have another Republican president and a Republican Senate, and if the Congress can be regained by the Republicans, I think you will see even more of a booming economy. Because we're talking about pro-business, pro-family, pro-life, every American getting ahead. And since we've maintained that attitude in the presidency and in the Senate, we've been able to maintain our growth. But if we continue to see that the Democrats are in Congress and nothing is going through on trade and other issues, the American people may begin to pull back because they're seeing that nothing's getting done in Congress, and they have no confidence that the economy can sustain itself with such negativity towards Americans through the Democratic leadership. And that's where we see it at the moment with this impeachment and everything else. But we still have this Republican president that keeps doing really great things. Yesterday he opened up an Apple plant, and that's going to provide thousands of jobs to, I believe it's in Tennessee. I can't remember where it was at, to tell the truth. But let's talk a little bit about this recession proofing. Okay, right now the economy is really good. So now is a good time that you should be improving things in your companies. And one of them is invest in upgrades now and don't worry about it later. Invest in it now while the economy's up and booming, which means that typical post about recession proofing your business would have you save up and hunker down. Well, I suggest that you go out and invest in your equipment. If you need to buy new computers, systems, if you need to invest in machinery to enhance your business, or plant or office enhancements that you need to make, do it now. But you should still be saving. If you've got strong cash flow, you should still be putting your contingency accounts and building them up and making them strong. But make sure that right now, because we have a strong economy, make sure that you're investing in your business. And you've got lots of types of financing available out there to small business owners, and they're increasing these days. Financial and risk management technologies are making the extension of business credit in the form of loans or revolving lines of credit more attractive for lenders. They want to get more involved in because they see a strong economy. So when you see things like that happening, right now we have to think forward thinking. We don't have to be drastic about it, but let's invest in the things that we need to get and that will enhance our business for the future, and we can continue to maintain our businesses. And then also, a lot of you small businesses have not adapted to the mobile payment options for your clients. I would strongly suggest that you make it a lot more easier for your clients and customers to be able to purchase on mobile apps And that way, no matter where people are at, they can purchase whatever product or service that they need. I have it in my firm. We have mobile apps that we can send invoices right now, and they can pay right online, or they can go to my mobile app and they can pay for it right there. You have to make it easier for the client to make their payments or to purchase product from you. And then the other issue is right now is the best time to attract the very best talent. You've got the cash flow to support it. You can make adjustments in your staffing needs, but really attract really top talented people who are going to produce results. Right now is the best time to hire those people. And that's a key strategy for accomplishing this goal, is to examine what your industry leaders are doing. Look around and see what other people are doing. Who's being hired? How are they streamlining their systems? A lot to look at, but right now, attract the top talent that's going to bring value to your company. The economy's up, we're doing very well. Let's also get the very best talent that we can possibly get. And then right now, plan to expand. Because the economy's booming at the moment, if you feel that you can expand, maybe move or open up a new store in another city or a new state or a new manufacturing plant or expand your services across the United States, plan to expand. Look at the possibilities in that. When the economy's up, look at it. But I also want you to, we're thinking about spending some money here, right? Expanding, investing in people, getting the best talent, and so forth. Build up your contingency also. You should always have a contingency account built up for any recession item that comes along. And we don't know what that could be. The markets could drop just like that, just based upon an action from Congress. Think about that very carefully. I also want you to, and I say this in my personal financial coaching when I coach individuals, and now I'm saying it to businesses also. If you've got debt on the books, pay it down. Get rid of it. Get a professional opinion and advice about other smart money moves that you can make to reduce this debt. But you need to reduce the debt. Pay down both personal and business debt where you can. High levels of credit card debt can rack up thousands, especially with interest rates in the double digits. If you have college debt or college student loans, pay those down as well. If you've got equipment debt that you have financing on, pay it down. If you've got the cash flow to support it, pay it down. Get rid of all debt. If you go into a recession with debt, it makes it really stressful and hard. So pay down your debt right now, because that's the most important thing that you can do. So think proactively here. We know that because recessions come like almost on a 10-year cycle. Almost. I don't know how many recessions. I think I've gone through 3 recessions now. And I've lived through it. I even still remember the day I had several hundreds of thousands of dollars in my 401k plan. And in one day, I was negative. I became negative in my 401k plan. So those things can happen on the drop of a hat if the economy begins to twitter just a little bit, or jitter, I should say, and the consumer confidence becomes stagnant, and businesses begin to hold back. It can happen at the drop of a hat, like I said, if Congress should decide, okay, we're going to tax everybody much higher. Well, if people know that they're going to get taxed more, or if they know that they're going to have to pay, businesses are going to have to pay more for health insurance programs, by being forced upon them by the federal government or any state government, then you're going to see a retraction. Anytime the government keeps their hands out of business, we see a good economy. But once government begins to start trying to tell businesses what to do, that's when the problems begin. And that's what happened during the Obama administration. We had all of these mandates that were forced down on business, that business retracted. They went on hold. And that's what we don't want to see anymore. So if government can keep their hands out of business and out of our personal lives, we will do a whole lot better. But if they get involved, then we have to expect a recession. That's how it works. Every time the government gets involved, we get hit with a recession. So government, stay out of our business. You don't know what you're doing. You can't manage what you're doing. You waste more tax money. I asked last night, I said, I would like to really know, as I watch these impeachment hearings, how much are we spending on those attorneys and their staffs to support this impeachment? You've got two on both sides. You've got two attorneys on both sides, and then you've got support attorneys below that, and then you've got support staff below that to support those attorneys. How much is that costing us? Now, I'm assuming it's in the millions of dollars. Millions of dollars. So we need to watch what government is doing. And we need to tell our government people out there, stay out of our business. Congressman, senator, stay out of my business. Because I know how to manage my money much better than how you do. If you have any questions or comments, send me a text at 818-252-5682. Once again, that's 818-252-5682. Everyone go out there, be proactive, buy what you need to buy, improve your systems if you need to improve your systems, improve your plans or your office space, get it ready. But be proactive. Always be planned for anything to happen. Build up your contingency accounts, or on the personal side, your emergency funds. Get them built. And you'll be okay. You can make it through any recession as long as you plan and are prepared for it. And right now, when the economy is great, it's the best time to do it. This is Mike Lodge for the WBT. Everyone go out. Do good.
Thank you for listening to the WBT with Michael Lodge. Join us again tomorrow as we explore more about business and taxes. Follow us on iHeartRadio and go to our podcast website at www.wbtpod.com and listen to all of our podcasts and read our blogs.
This podcast has been produced by Michael Lodge, fully focused on content.